All right, so I already told you about one way that we can increase collagen production by increasing the amino acids that are available for the cells to synthesize collagen using hydrolyzed collagen or gelatin dietary collagen. The next thing we're going to talk about is a new nutritional intervention that can potentially increase what's happening, increase collagen, but it's not happening at the protein level, so it's not happening translationally. What it's doing is it's happening transcriptionally. And so this is this beautiful thing here, which for those of you who look at it might think, I don't know what that is, but when you roast it and you take out these areas and you see this whiteness, that whiteness goodness, that's the natural fat, that's going to be the white chocolate. This is your epicatechin-rich cocoa. So epicatechin is a polyphenol that's found in cocoa, it's found in green tea, it's found in other things. And what we've been looking at in this, and other people have been looking at, is how epicatechin could be useful for improving physiological responses. So what you can see here is a single experiment where postdoc in the laboratory gave once a day, twice a day, so bi-daily or tri-daily, so 1, 2, or 3 times a day, they gave 0.5 milligrams per kilogram body weight of epicatechin, or they gave 2 milligrams per kilogram epicatechin just at one point during the day. And what you can see is this is 0.5, 1, 1.5, and 2. It doesn't matter what the dosing is. There's a dose-dependent increase in collagen's expression, collagen mRNA, within muscle as you increase the amount of epicatechin. So when I increase epicatechin, I'm going to drive an increase in collagen gene expression. We don't understand how that happens, but it's one of the observations that we've made. So when you take that was in animals where we're taking muscles out after we've treated for a period of time with the epicatechin-rich cocoa, or actually just epicatechin in that case, the purified drug. So now when we wanted to shift that to humans, we can then go into epicatechin-rich foods like cocoa. The nice thing here is that when you Dutch process chocolate or the cocoa powder, Dutch processing is treating with alkali, and it gives it that really dark, beautiful color that you see in a lot of chocolate desserts. The issue there is that when you treat it with the alkali, it kills all the polyphenols. So you kill all the epicatechin. So now what we did is we gave people either fully Dutch processed chocolate, a mixture of Dutch processed chocolate, the placebo was completely Dutch processed chocolate. The 1 milligram per kilogram per day had a small amount of natural chocolate, and then a big amount of Dutch processed. And then 2 had equal amounts of both, and 3 milligrams per kilogram per day of epicatechin had no Dutch process, but had the natural chocolate. And so all we did is we gave increasing doses up to 1 mg, 2 mg, or 3 milligrams per kilogram per day to people for 3 days. Then we had them do jump rope and measured collagen synthesis by looking at P1NP levels. And what you can see here is that in the placebo, they've got decent P1NPs, right around 10 to 20. When we give them the cocoa, we see a significant increase in the amount of collagen synthesis. So now they're going from about 20 up to about 40 units of P1NP. And then here we can see that at 2, you're not seeing as much of a benefit. And at 3, you're seeing this wide variation. And it could be that there's issues with trying to get in that much epicatechin, or it's decreasing digestion absorption, it's having other things. But what it suggested to us is that if we use this 1 milligram per kilogram per day dose, we would be able to increase collagen synthesis, and that might be a way that we could drive a training effect. So then what we did is we took individuals, we gave them either a placebo, which was the Dutch processed chocolate, or we gave them the epicatechin-enriched chocolate. And we did that immediately after training. And we did a study in ROTC students. And what they did is they did their normal training with a little bit of jump training, so that we're trying to increase rate of force development, or trying to get them so that they develop force more quickly. And what we saw is that in the placebo-treated ones, the ones that had the Dutch processed chocolate, you can see that they got a nice increase in rate of force development, about 20% with their training. But those that took the epicatechen-rich cocoa had a significantly greater effect on rate of force development. And so what this is suggesting is that if you take 1 milligram per kilogram per day of epicatechen-rich cocoa immediately after training, you can get a significant increase in rate of force development as a result of that training. And again, from our data from animals and from the human P1NP data, we think that this is happening by increasing the amount of collagen synthesis, at least at the mRNA level, and then at the protein level in humans, we've got that data looking at P1NP. All right, so when we combine the epicatechin with what I've talked to you about before, which is this 15 to 20 grams of gelatin or hydrolyzed collagen 1 hour before training, can double collagen synthesis at the protein, at the translational level. Vitamin C is absolutely necessary for that increase in collagen synthesis at the protein level. I've also shown you now that epicatechin, and here we're thinking dark chocolate or green tea, increases gene expression for collagen, and that when you increase gene expression over a 3-day time period, and you use 1 milligram per kilogram per day of epicatechen-rich cocoa, that increases collagen synthesis in people. And if you then train those people and give them that epicatechen-rich cocoa as part of the recovery drink, now what you're seeing is that you're increasing rate of force development, you're increasing performance as a result of increasing this epicatechen-rich cocoa. So we can support, and your assignment right now is to look at hydrolyzed collagen and what happens to performance with hydrolyzed collagen with training. And what you should be able to see is that from doing these nutritional supports of the epicatechen-rich cocoa and the hydrolyzed collagen, we can actually increase or support training adaptations to increase rate of force development. And that should also, because rate of force development is really tightly related with the stiffness of the structures, that should increase our movement economy and our running economy. So again, these are a couple of different ways that we can now use specific nutritional interventions to support training to increase training movement economy or running economy.